Good morning friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In the last video, I have discussed about basics of strings. I hope you have watched that video. If you did not watch that video or you don't know what is a string, how to initialize the string and how to declare a character array, I request you to go back and watch that video and come back to this video. In this video, I want to discuss about various functions such as getchar, putchar, gets, Putchar in detail. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. When we are discussing about the scanf function in the earlier video, we have discussed one limitation. Let me discuss that one, then I will discuss about these functions. Suppose let's take that I have a character array A whose length is some 100. Let's take that I have declared like this. So the data type is char and the name of the array is A and the size is 100. Now I have asked the user to enter a string. So let me enter the string. Enter the string \n. Now let's take that user has entered the string as some, let's take that Jagadish Kakarla. Let's see that. The user has entered a string called Jagadish Kakarla. Okay. Now to read a string, we can use several functions such as gets. Even we can read it as a collection of characters, and you can use the scanf function also. Let's take that I'm using a scanf function and I want to read it as a string. So I need to use the format specifier %s. And then I need to mention the name of the array. Here the name of the array is A, so I'm specifying it as A. Now it will read the string, but the thing is that will it read Jagadish space Kakarla or not is the question. Now what is the problem with the scanf is that for the scanf the terminal will be the space sim. Whenever it occurs the space, after that whatever the characters are there, it will stop reading and storing them in the array. Now if you look at here, first it will read the J, A, G, A, D, E, E, S, H, and once it occurs the space, it will terminate or it will stop reading it. So in the array A, it will read or it will save it as Jagadish, and after that it will store \0 the remaining things, because in the index 0 J character J will be stored, in the index 1 character A will be stored, like that. Okay. Now once the user is trying to print the string which is there in the array A, then we need to use the printf function. See, it is small p only. Okay, it is small p small s. Okay, printf, again we need to use the format specifier %s, and then we need to specify the name of the array. Then it will display the output as Jagadish. Now when the user sees the output, he will felt that I have entered the string as Jagadish Kakarla, but when I am displaying it as it is displaying only Jagadish. Why it is happening is that because of the scanf. So this is the limitation of the scanf when we are reading it as a string. Okay, whenever it occurs a space, it will stop reading the characters after that one. So to avoid that one, the developers has designed a function called gets. Okay, the gets function is to read a string. Similarly, we have a putS function to display a string. So gets function is similar to scanf and putS function is similar to the printf. Now what is the syntax of gets function? So you have to mention gets function and you have to specify the name of the array here. So here in this case the name of the array is A, so it will give as a one of the parameters. So gets array name. Then if the user has entered Parnika tutorials, then the gets function will read the entire Parnika tutorials. Now you can ask me, sir, for the scanf the space is a terminal, but when it comes to the gets, what is the terminal? See, when the user has entered the string, after entering Parnika tutorials, he will press the enter. Then only it will give the output for you whatever the user is expecting. So anytime whenever you are entering any input, after entering the input, you will press the enter. Similarly, let's take that if I ask you to enter two numbers, you will enter the number 1. and then you will press an enter, then you will enter a number 2, then again you will press a enter, then you will wait for the output. That is the way we will enter the input. So similarly, when I ask the user to enter a string, he will enter a particular string and he will press the enter. So that enter will act as a terminal for the getS function. Or I can say that \n, which is a new line character, will act as a terminal for the getS function. Is it clear? Now, if I want to display the output, I can use the puts function and I can use the parameter as the name of the array. So, if I write like this, or instead of that one, even I can use the printf function also. But if you use it, this one also will give the same output. Whatever the string is there in the array A, that will be displayed as an output. So, what is the string is there in the array A now? Parnika tutorials will be there. So, that will be given as an output. So, I hope you have understood the limitation of the scanf and how it is overcome in the getS function. Now, let me discuss about the getchar and putchar function. Now, when we define a string, we have discussed that a string is a collection of characters. So, you can read or store it as a collection of characters or entire string. So, if you want to read it as a collection of characters from the user, you can use the getchar function. Similarly, if you want to display the string as a collection of characters, you can use the putchar. Okay, so now getchar, what it will do is that it will read character by character and store it in the some array. Okay, now you can ask me, sir, how to use the getchar function and how to use the putchar function, as it is a character. Okay, so char ch, so you have to define a data type called char and a variable ch. So this is the data type and ch is the variable, and you are declaring it as a data type called char. So it can read a character, not reading, it can store a character at a time. So I have to mention ch is equal to getchar. Then whatever the user has entered a character, that character will be read by the getchar function and the character will be stored in the variable ch. If I want to display the character which is there in the variable called ch, I can use the putchar function. So putchar ch. So then it will display whatever the character is there in the variable ch. So this is the way you can use the getchar function and putchar function. Now let me write a small program, okay, where I am reading the string as a collection of characters and displaying as an output. Okay. Hash include stdio.h, which is a standard input output header file. Okay. Then I am using a void main, so the return type is void, so this function will not return anything, and the name of the function is main, okay, which is a predefined function, not a user defined function. Okay, then I am creating a variable called ch whose data type is char, and similarly I am creating an array a whose size is 100. Okay, and then I am declaring another variable called I whose data type is int, and I am initializing that one with 0. Okay, now what I can do is that I can ask the user to enter a character. Enter a character \n while, okay, while ch is equal to getchar. So you are using a getchar function to read a character and you are storing it in a variable called ch, and then you will check it. It should not be equal to \n. It should not be equal to \n. Okay, then what you will do is that whatever the character you are reading, you will assign it into the array A, okay? A of I is equal to ch. And then you will increment the I value, and again you will ask the user to enter a character. Okay, is it clear? Are you able to understand it or not? Let me discuss this one later. First, let me write the complete program. So now the user has entered a collection of characters. And all those characters I am storing one by one in the array A. Now, whatever the user has entered, I want to display it as an output. So, I can use printf %s a and get ch. I'm not using the putchar function to avoid the confusion. Simply I'm reprinting it as a string. So here I have taken a character array called a whose size is 100. Now what I am doing is that when I am reading the string, I am reading it as a collection of characters. Okay, so each character by character I am reading and I am storing it in the array a. Then I am displaying that string as a string directly. Now look at what will happen. We have taken I is equal to 0. So ch is equal to Getchar. So user will enter a character. That character will be read by the function called Getchar and it will be stored in the variable ch. Then I am checking whether ch, whatever the character is there, whether it is equal to \n or not. If it is not, if it is any other character other than \n, I am storing it in the a of I. Initially I value is 0, so whatever the first character the user has entered, I am storing it in the a of 0 location. Okay, then I am incrementing the I value. So now I value will become 1. And then again I am asking the user to enter a character. Again the user will enter a character. That character again will be read by the function called getchar and will be stored in the variable ch. And then it will check whatever the user has entered is \n or not. If it is not \n, again it will store it in the a of I index. So I index here is 1. So in a of 1 index, the whatever the character is there in the variable ch will be stored. Okay, then again you are incrementing the I value. So I value will become 2. Okay, then again you are asking the user to enter a character. Once the user has entered a \n, it will stop reading. Okay, then whatever the collection of characters are there in the array A, that we are displaying it as a string. So I hope you have understood how to use the getchar function. Similarly, I request you to, instead of writing the printf %s, I want to display it as a collection of characters. So I request everyone, please modify this program. Instead of using the printf function directly as a string, I request you to use the putchar function here and modify the program. If you feel any problem with the modification, I request you to ask in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.